Yay. Happy Friday. We're back. Happy Friday. Everything's on. Can you guys hear me okay? I feel a lot better. I do. I feel a lot better. That black was washing me out. I got some medicine and ate some cough drops and fixed my hair. And now we're back to talk about Beverly Hills and whatever else. Maybe some. I didn't watch Shaw's yet, but I'm dying to watch it. I was just watching Watch What Happens Live with Mercedes on there. Jacqueline's not joining us. I almost canceled. Then I'm like, no, I'm not wasting my hair and makeup. Sarah is going to be here at Mutton. So me and Sarah from Texas are going to collab on Monday. And talk about the Real Housewives of New Jersey. Because her people have no idea about that. They're like way. I mean, I don't know if they don't know about that. They probably would remember when I remind them of all the stuff that happened, but they're interested. And the stuff that 5-person account or 1 person 5 accounts deal, and I'm like, I don't really care about it. I mean, I want to know what their opinions of it are. I got it too. Thank you so much. So I didn't really do my notes. I am mad at myself for that for Beverly Hills because I didn't really have time. But I will try to brew up as much tea and like recap. I was thinking about, oh god, my back's killing me. Sorry. I was thinking about playing it on my phone while we are live, and we can just talk about it as it goes. Because it's like I really want to do a people's couch type deal. You know what I mean? But we have to be able to show the show we're watching, so the people that are watching us, laughing at us, react to it. Like I mean, people's couch. Like I'll be on one live, and then we'll have Shaw's in any color. It isn't. Oh my god! Yes, it's Peacock. I'm still shocked that you guys follow Gooby and Doobie. Like that's so cool. When I saw these from Canada, I was like, I can't wait to tell them here. But I'm like, Canada's so big, you know. Hey, Lauren, do you want to come up and join me? We'll talk about Beverly Hills. Some opinions. I'm actually so happy for Erica. I looked up her dude. I didn't know it was John McPhee. I know that guy. He was on the Sean Ryan podcast before. But I'm like, dude, Erica needs to be in love. Like, I feel like this is the first time she's ever been in love. And I'm actually not mad about it. You know? Oh god, my back's cute, guys. I might have to sit back. I might have to do this instead of put myself forward. Oh. Oh, fuck. Let me start with sunglasses. Regular glasses. It's weird. Because my eyes are so sensitive. I'm always outside. Okay. And it's warm. It's actually went up to 60 today. 60 in Jersey. It was just 25 2 days ago. You know what I mean? All right, I'll stop playing with my hair. I know you guys are saying, stop playing with your hair. Can you guys hear me okay? I feel like I can't hear me because I'm so congested. I can't hear myself, really. You know, like when you do that, like that's what it sounds like. George's like, you're yelling. I'm like, I'm yelling? He's like, you're yelling. I said, I'm always yelling. You haven't seen it yet? I can play it while we're here. Did you watch Shaw's? I didn't watch Shaw's yet. I'm dying to watch it. I feel like we should play it. You can hear me good? Okay. So on Wednesday, I had a shirt on. It matched my fucking wallpaper, right? So you see, like, you will? Okay, cool. I'm going to drop the link for you. Or I'll send you the link. So this Friday, crazies are out. You're not interested in Shaw's? Oh my god. I'm so excited they're back. I'm so excited. Did you watch Southern Charm? We talk about that. Hi, Instagram. Hello over there. I am Reality of Krista Marie. And it says the Who Started You On podcast on YouTube and all on Spotify, Apple. And I uploaded them on at the end of the week, which is tomorrow. I'm going to start season 3. Or 4 or 5, I can't remember. Whatever's next. I haven't uploaded any new episodes in a while. And I'm going to start with the ones from this week. You can also find them in the tab on YouTube under Who Started You On podcast. And they always just go right into the podcast tab anyway. And I am a live podcast, so I do talk to my live chat. So if you hear me just like talking out loud, like I'm talking to myself, you be right. I'm kind of talking to myself. No, I'm just kidding. I'm talking to my live chat. I try to like repeat the comments so that you guys know what I'm answering, why I'm doing it, so that audio side. But you also can come watch the Crazy Live Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. What was I just doing? I can't do two things at once. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 12:15, between 12 and 1. Why can't I find you, Lauren? It's Friday. I'm like, I don't did all my stuff right. I'm gonna put a phone number in the description for Who Started You On podcast, and whatever. It's like basically what I do is I talk about the feuds that are on the shows each week, and you pretty much know who's feuding. So if you want to leave a message and tell me whose side you're on, or leave a comment, you can do that on the Who Started You On podcast hotline, which will be under the YouTube number, and it should be there by tomorrow. They said it takes like 48 hours or something, so that's cool. And in case you want to go on the show, you don't have to go on the show, or you can't come to the show, or you can't, watch me live. But I will either play your voicemail out loud or your message. If you leave me a message, I can play it, and don't have to use your name. And oh my God, look who's here! Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm pretty good. It's my day off. So
Is it?
Yeah, you can hear Miss Pris in the background.
I know.
So loud. She's so loud.
She is loud. Hey, Carney.
But that's my little pumpkin.
I feel bad for Catherine. What happened? I know. Wait, did something else happen? I know. I haven't seen anything, but did something happen? I love Catherine too. Oh, you guys are talking about it. Okay. Sorry. So
I watched first season, and I was just like, this is not interesting, except for Catherine. And then after that, I watched it like sporadically, like the next 2 seasons, but that was it. I just was like, nah, this isn't interesting to me.
So good. I don't get sick of it at all. I'm just very disappointed in Craig. I feel like I did when Sandoval cheated on us. That's what I feel about Craig. I feel like he has left the station. The train has left the station. It's on a fast track to nowhere. It's never coming back. Just like Sandoval's never coming back. Like I've come to terms with Sandoval's never coming back. He's never going to be Sandoval again. And Craig is going to be back to, I don't know. It's just a mess.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with Catherine. I mean, I saw she was on Hollywood Raw podcast.
Really?
Was it last year?
Oh.
And she was also talking about, I guess I read something about her being in trouble for substance abuse again last year.
Yeah, she keeps getting DUIs, DWIs or whatever, like driving under the influence. It just happens to be in a school zone. I don't know what happens. I don't know if it's weed. I don't know. But the last season she was on was 2 years ago, and it wasn't. It was she was with a guy who was just weird and not like her. She was still fighting for the kids, and still fighting to get topless. And it's just.
I mean, she loves her kids so much, and I feel horrible that Thomas has them, though.
Me too. And how can he live with himself knowing he just raised those kids without, he took them away from their mother, and she's not a bad person. You're the one who got her coked the fuck out. Okay, so then you're mad because she drinks or she smokes some weed. Not because she's because of you.
Well, if I was dating Thomas Ravenel, I'd drink too.
Exactly, and I swear to God, she did coke with him and stuff, and I guess they thought they'd be together forever. But the second they broke up, he completely turned on her. And I don't think
he did
coke, but I think that she couldn't drink or she couldn't smoke pot, which I think she has anxiety.
Well, they probably have her under such scrutiny.
Mm-hmm.
She's probably under such scrutiny that if she takes an aspirin, she has to take a drug test.
Yep, absolutely. Every time we see her, she's fighting him for the kids, and it's why is he doing this? He is a
spiteful.
He's a
spiteful person.
Yeah, he's a washed up fucking politician who's a cokehead politician. That's what he is. He's washed the fuck up. He couldn't even get fucking 2% of his votes last time he fucking tried to get in office. He's just fucking, how dare him? She was 20 years old. He ruined her.
I am going to track you down through your administration.
Shep is still not.
So I know that she's had alcohol issues, but did she do drugs too?
With him, I'm assuming, I guess he's the one that got her started. He's a cokehead. So they would say.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, he got in trouble. He actually got caught with it back in the day and lost his position as I guess he was some kind of politician guy. And yeah, he took him a long time to get his not even a status, but like just to get any kind of respect back. Yeah.
Well, I remember from the first season that he had some political office and he lost it, but I just forgot what happened that he lost it.
Because of that, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. And then, like, with Catherine, like, if she doesn't, at this point, I feel like this is what makes me sad. I feel like she's given up trying to get custody of her kids at this point, full custody. So now she's just like, fuck it. You know, I'm going to drink. I'm going to die. I'm going to smoke pot. And she keeps getting in DWI. And in accidents, actually. And then, of course, he's there. It's like...
Well, the thing is, every time that happens, it's hard to, I mean, I've never been addicted to these substances, but I mean, I can tell just from, you know, talking to people how hard it is to deal with that.
Oh, God.
And, you know, and he just takes joy in rubbing it in her face.
Always. And so does everybody else. And I'm like, I know what I do. Like, they're like Whitney and Shep and Craig, they all have such respect for her. And like Whitney always says, like, there's a place for her here when she wants to come back, because he's the producer of the show. But
didn't Whitney start the show? Wasn't it the show his idea?
Yeah, him and his mom. Yep. She's a mess. She had another men's dinner tonight, which is like so fucking like, it's just so white lady, rich white lady. You know, I feel like I don't know. I didn't want, but I can't imagine it being any different than it used to be, where it's just like, no, it's this old lady hangs out with these young kids, and I don't get it. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? It looks weird. But
and then Patricia's butler, he got very sick, and he had to. I think, was he in a nursing home or something?
He still is.
And then
yeah,
and then he passed away a few years ago, right?
Yeah. Yep. And I was saying like a bunch of shit, like, because I said, you know, I hope he has life insurance or something, because he worked with her for, and it's very expensive where he was at. But I think she actually put the bill. She put the bill for that place. I think, which is amazing.
She probably did. She probably did. Well, she was just as loyal to him as he was to her.
I know, and that's why I feel like she really misses him. I feel like she can't find the right one, and she's still trying to find another butler, and it's not working out.
I mean, he was like part of their family. He was part of their family. So, you know, he worked for her, but I could see the mutual respect between the two of them.
Yeah, she mentions his name almost all the time. She said it tonight or on the episode I watched. She always brings him up. She gets teary-eyed. It just happened so fast, you know. He fell, and he had like some kind of, I think, a stroke or something, and then it paralyzed him. I'm like, what? I didn't know that could happen.
He had a stroke, and there was some kind of issue with his back.
Yeah.
And then I didn't hear anymore. Like, because like I read the headlines of the gossip sites and then like reality blurb and whatever. So that's how I know little blips.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was really terrible, because he was a fan favorite too.
Oh God, yeah. I mean, I miss him. Like, I miss seeing Michael. I look forward to seeing the relationship, because I don't really like Patricia, but I liked their relationship, and it made me feel like, okay, she's a little bit grounding. She's grounded with him.
Yeah,
that's what he did. That's exactly. No, that's a good word. He grounded her. Yeah.
Well, you should watch. You should watch the interview. I think it was from last year. Catherine with Hollywood Raw podcast. It's two guys who used to work for TMZ, and they have their own podcast, and it's on YouTube, and they have a private Facebook group too. It's awesome. Dax Holt, he runs his own business, and he's been doing this for years. He was even on Shark Tank. They make like these like awards for people, like when people get trophies and stuff. Oh, okay. And Adam Glynn is still in the business. He's a street journalist in New York City. And then on top of that, they do twice a week. Wednesday is their show, and then Friday is the recap.
um
Recap of the week.
of the week. Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
So are you watching? You're not watching any Housewives, right?
I watched Beverly Hills. I just
Oh.
haven't seen it last night.
Okay.
And I watched Below Deck. And I used to watch Vanderpump Rules. I told you how I feel about the new one. I was not against a reboot. It's just that when I started watching it, I was like, these people are so annoying. Click.
Because we're so old now. We're old. We aged out. Adam said it. We aged out. That's why we can't. We're not.
But you know what? I thought about what you said because you said that before. And my response was, I think I just don't like them, and it's not their age.
Oh, okay. I mean,
but you might be right because see, the thing is, the original cast, I'm a lot older than them. The original cast, I'm a lot older than them.
So am I.
So, but I'm older than you. But I'm older than you. You're in your 30s, right?
I'm not much younger than you. I'm not gonna say how old I am, but I always say I'm 35. But I was born in 1977. That's
okay, but you're about 6 years younger than me then, because I was born in 71.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't know your age. To me, I thought you were in your 30s. I never knew your age.
I can tell everybody.
Yeah, I'm gonna be 49 next week. Again, wink, wink,
Good.
nudge, nudge.
Good.
And
no,
but you know they were
every year, not older. We get younger every year, not older. We got to tell the universe we're getting younger every year. We've been saying we're getting older, and it's been working. So let's just say I tell every year I'm getting younger every year. I don't get a year older, I get a year younger.
That's a good point, Krista, because if I put that out in the universe that I'm getting younger, then I won't feel bad about getting older.
Well, that's the thing. After 47, I'm like, oh, fuck this shit. I'm not doing this anymore. I'm getting younger. I want to be 35, and I know the universe listens, so why not? You know?
Well, and and I don't dress like somebody who's in her mid 50s either. You know, I mean, I like to wear like my purse is colorful. I have like my bright pink bag that I use in the winter. You know, stuff like that. My jewelry that's chunky and colorful. You know, I don't look like, you know, a middle-aged Karen or anything, or Heather, you know, yours and my generation, Heather.
Oh my God, that's funny. So have you heard from what's his face?
Whose name?
The person we were speaking about last week. Have you heard from him?
Oh, no, I have not.
No.
And I haven't reached out to him.
Since New Year's. So nothing on New Year's.
No. Well, I hadn't heard from him in months. I was just, he's in a financial situation of his own doing that's not good at all.
Yeah.
And I just was angry with him with what he did. Yeah. He's a little too generous to a fault. And now he was helping his sister in Egypt because they have socialized medicine, and she had COVID. And if she waited for a doctor appointment, she would have been dead. This was a few years ago.
Oh, yeah.
And he was sending her money that he didn't have, borrowing and this, that, and the other, and selling some things. And now he sold his condo.
For her?
Yeah, for his sister. Because she's still, I mean, I don't know the latest, but I think she recovered from COVID, but she had other issues too. And so what he did was he was paying for a private hospital.
What the? Are they rich?
No, they're not rich. Both of their parents are gone, so they can't call the parents. His brother just kind of decided to not have anything to do with the family. He just went off on his own. So they have another sister who's at the hospital every day with their sister, but I don't know what she contributed financially or if she did. And
90 Day
I know, really. So you know, he's here and his sister's in Egypt, and both of his sisters are in Egypt, and he was sending them. Now, I agree with sending money because I would do that for my family in a heartbeat, you know. He overextended himself with sending her money and being in debt, and then he sold his condo and he's living with his friend. And I was like, no. I was so angry when he told me that. You know, remember that time I told you he came over
Yeah.
And he was finally coming clean about a lot of things,
Mhm.
oh, I couldn't have you over because I had COVID and I didn't want you to get sick. And I'm like, well, why didn't you just say that instead of for your protection? I thought you were cheating on me.
Yeah, right? Like, seriously.
I thought you had somebody else and I just couldn't come around. And he's like, well, you shouldn't have thought that. And I said, well, what else was I supposed to think? You weren't
Yeah,
telling me anything. Duh.
exactly.
Anywho, so when he finally came clean, that wasn't a problem. And then he was saying how he got COVID and then he became diabetic. He was just going through a lot.
Oh,
And his sister was still sick, or he was still sending her money. And then I had a phone conversation with him after that. I don't remember how, it was months after that. And he sold his condo and he's living with his friend.
friend.
And I don't know if he sold his condo to pay debt or if he sent the money to her. That I don't know. But
Oops, I mean,
and I was just like, you know what, I'm done. So
yeah,
I didn't contact him until he sent me it's been months and months and months, at least 6, 7, 8 months, and he sent me a text, happy Thanksgiving. And then I was thinking about him on New Year's,
yeah.
and that's when I reached out to him the day before. And on the 30th, and I told you what he said about. I said, you tell me how much you miss me, but I never see you.
Right.
You don't call me. You don't come over. You don't try to get together. Well, it's because I'm going through a rough time. And you know what? So am I. But
Yeah,
if I miss you, I'm going to try to see you.
yeah.
That
Like,
would make me feel better.
Right. Yep.
So I said to him, I'm going to be home after you have dinner with your friends, the ones he was staying with. He was having dinner with them. I said, after you have dinner, if you want to come over, let me know. Never heard from him. He never contacted me to say yes or no. So
Yeah.
piss on it.
Yeah.
But no, I haven't heard from him. But so back to your question. I watched Below Deck.
Mhm.
I didn't like Below Deck Sailing, but I watched the others. And I used to like Vanderpump Rules. I never missed it. The new one, I think it's more the personalities than their age for me. I'm only talking about me
Yeah.
because like Katie Maloney is not even 40 and I'm going to be 55 next week. And I was invested in her. She's a lot younger than me. And
Yeah.
then the others are in their early 40s.
Yeah.
So I'm at least 10, 12, 13 years older than most of them.
Except for Jax.
You know.
Jax is 50.
Well, Jax is
50.
45. He's 50 now?
No.
No, he was born in 79.
Yeah, he's 2 years younger than me. So, yeah, he's like 40,
Yeah.
44.
So he's in his 40s, but still, I'm in my mid 50s. So,
look at it all.
but I was still very invested in that show. That's why I said, I don't think it's the age, but maybe it could be because, when that show started, they were all in their 20s.
Like,
And I was already in my 30s. I was like, light years. Stassi was like, what, 24? And then that first season, she had her birthday and she was going to be 25. She said, I'm too old to be playing around with. And I'm like, first of all, honey, I said to myself, first of all, honey, you don't know how young you are. Second of all, good for you. You have standards.
I know, right? Like, I'm shocked with her. I'm really proud of her, though. Like, her and Bower's doing good. Like, she has podcasts. Like, she's doing well. And
I was hot and cold about her the first couple of seasons because, because I was just like Mean Girl, Queen Bee, and I was like, I don't go for that. But then she had some zingers that really cracked me up, and but there was something
ratio.
Yeah, there was something likable about her, and when for me, and then when they hosted that dinner party. Not Lisa did on Vanderpump Rules for the cast of Beverly Hills.
Yeah.
And they were waiting on the thing and they sent Sheena left because she thought she was working the party, but then Brandy's there. So they're like, well, you have to work in the restaurant. She's like, no, and I'm going home. Anyway, Stassi had me cracking up. She was imitating Joyce Girardi is her, no, not Girardi, Joyce, whatever her last name was, the husband, Stassi was imitating him and she sounded exactly like him. And then she said, I'm afraid to go back in there. I might get stabbed with a diamond.
That's funny.
and it was like the way she said it too. She's funny. She goes, I might get stabbed with a diamond. And I was just like, first of all, that's true. Second of all, the good observation.
Yeah. And like literally, like I did not like Katie. Like at the end. So at the end, remember when Kristen was breaking up with Cash or whatever his name? Carter. And like remember how mean they were about how like she couldn't just break up with him. Like she was like I like she would have him there the next day. And then all these bitches are like, stop telling us about your breakup. Like just leave them, why don't you? Like they were like such horrible friends to her in the end. Because like they were like, don't judge the way she breaks up with people. Maybe she can't just cut it clean like you guys do. Like I didn't like Katie and Stassi. I think it was Gina. I forget who else was like piling on her.
What I read later.
Yeah.
What I read later is the reason they were so upset with Kristen is because off camera they said they made an agreement, the three of them, that she wasn't going to talk about Carter and breaking up this, that, and the other. And then she did it anyway. That's why they were so upset with her.
They need to get a life. Get a life. Like get a fucking life. We heard about fucking Tom Schwartz and Katie, Tom and Katie. It was like all about Tom and Katie, Jackson Stassi. Like really, you know.
But that's why they piled on Kristen when she was breaking up with Carter. And I see something in myself in Kristen, which is why she's my favorite. Because when I have broken up with someone, I didn't just, it took a lot for me to do it because I said, probably won't be able to get back with this person. I said to myself, are you sure you want to do this?
Right.
So, it took me a while to decide what I wanted to do a few times when I've broken up with somebody. And second of all, that whole thing, Crazy Kristen, I never thought she was crazy. I think she was gaslit this way and that way, upside down and backwards. And then she didn't get support from anybody. And I think that was just her reaction to the situation. I think she couldn't help herself. So I never thought she was crazy. I thought she had a good reason to feel that way.
And I agree because I'm literally just like her, and it's like I knew I wasn't a bad person, and like when just like how she met her husband or fiance now, but the guy she's with now, like
right,
she can be like me. Like I met a guy who's a decent guy. I don't have to be with like pieces of shit dudes. Like when she wanted to settle down, she settled down, and she's like such a good mom. And it's like nobody thought that she'd be a good mom. I mean,
I did because from the beginning, even though she was, at the very beginning, even though she didn't have kids or anything,
yeah, I
could just see her you could tell she was looking out for everybody.
Oh yeah.
Even for Sandoval, and she didn't get a lot of credit, but see where Lisa Vanderpump doesn't like her. And this is something Kristen has admitted. She admitted on the Valley last year. She's like, I have to be in the middle of everybody's everything to protect my friends or whatever.
Yeah, I know.
And Lisa didn't like that. Lisa didn't like her behavior in the restaurant.
Diane.
Telling, what's her name? Just to suck a dick. I mean, that would get, I'm sorry, but she deserved to be fired for that one. I'm sorry.
I know. Well, she also gave her the finger, remember? She's like, suck a dick.
That's right. She did give her the finger. I forgot about that.
Yep.
And, but I'll tell you what, I was rolling laughing when she said that and Bravo left that in. I was like, wow, that is ballsy of Bravo to leave that, I mean, she wasn't swearing, but it's vulgar. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's Lisa Vanderpump did say that's one reason she didn't like Kristen is because Kristen got in the middle of like everybody's everything and she shouldn't have. But,
You know what's weird?
To Cri-
I think it's so fucking weird. That
To
she
Kristen's credit, though, that means that whoever's in her life that she cares about,
Yeah.
that's her way. She went about it wrong, but she was showing how much
Yeah.
she cared.
Do you remember when her and DJ James were sitting in a restaurant and he didn't come home or something that night? And she's like, so, she's like, and he thinks everything's okay. They're at lunch and she's like, so, where'd you go this morning? And he's like, she's like, Uber motherfucker. Like, she literally checked his Uber and called him.
I
Like,
know.
I was like,
She showed him the receipt.
She's like, oh my God, she was so calm until she got home the restaurant. Hi, babe. She looked so.
I know. She was so calm, too. She's like, you took an Uber. Here's the receipt. Here's where you went or where you were picked up. And he's like, damn.
Dropped off, and he's like, fucking call it. I was like, yeah. I'm like, but still.
Her and Stassi together were, they call, Kristen's nickname is Detective Kristen.
Oh, I know.
Because she loves to, and she's good at it. Like, except for outing Faith when they didn't have any proof. I'm sorry, but that was wrong.
That was horrible. And they say that she was that lady, like, oh, this is her.
Yeah.
Like,
They're like, they were like, oh, it looks like Faith, but they didn't have any proof.
They only said that because she was black. It's so fucked up. Like,
well,
you can't tell. You can't tell it's a different person. Just be real. You know what I mean? You can tell.
I
didn't
think it was a racial thing. I think they thought that she really did resemble Faith. I don't think it was a racial thing.
I do.
Because, they work with people of all different nationalities, and they work in WeHo, which is, Boys Town.
Those people aren't trying to get on their show and having sex with their friend's boyfriend. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But, think about who she works for and where they work, what part of Los Angeles they work. So my mind didn't go there that it was a racial thing. It really didn't.
Yeah.
But and then the other thing, what's the other thing that I didn't like? Miami Girl. Now that was some good TV, but even I would not go that far. She paid for that girl to fly out. I don't know where she stayed. Did she have like a hotel or something? Did Kristen pay for a hotel?
Probably. Maybe she had maybe it was only like a one, like a, in and out type deal.
It could be. Maybe she went home the same night. But still, I'm thinking to myself, A, that's psychotic. And B, there's a better way to get back at Tom and Ariana. And C, you're just starting to make a little bit of money being on TV. Why are you wasting it?
Exactly. And first of all, he's going to still deny it. He's not going to change. He's going to deny it to her face too. He did. He's not going to change.
Yeah, he did. He was like not doubling down. We had sex. No, we didn't. You both know if you did or not. You know what I'm saying?
I think he totally did. I don't know if he admitted it in the end, but I think Ariana's he totally admitted it or something. I don't know.
What she said was when she heard about Miami Girl, they had just started dating and I don't remember the whole thing. I don't remember if she said they weren't exclusive yet or they had just started dating. So therefore not that she didn't think anything of it, but she let it go because it's not like they were together for a long time. And then, people find out about Miami Girl. So she was in denial day one.
Yep.
And I'm not going to go down that train again because I'm her number one hater. And I really don't want to go down that road again. We've already discussed, So, what else do I watch? I watch Food Network shows. So,
what do you watch? What do you think about Amanda, the new girl of Beverly Hills?
I think she's trying too hard.
She definitely is. Wait do you see this week? Oh my God.
Oh, wow.
It is way worse than, but it's all the other times plus times 10. With I have this, I have that. I have that too. I have that too. Because they're on a trip. And they go on a trip to Sedona, and she's bringing all these her Louis Vuitton bags are bigger than her head. They're just
oh my God.
And she's they were talking about it.
Yeah, she feels like that's her defense mechanism. She feels like she has to prove herself to be on that show. Then, they wouldn't have cast her if they didn't think that she was rich enough, right, to be on that show.
I know. And I don't know if she realizes she's doing it, but it's like she's also very young too. Like she was born in 1985.
Wow, that's really young.
Like I was married by 1985.
Well, and then another podcast that I listened to, it was suggested that she bought Kyle's house just to get in good with Kyle and then get cast on Beverly Hills.
That's probably what she did. Because Kyle,
it wouldn't surprise me.
Well, tonight she said, Kyle was like, yeah, she bought my house and we just started hanging out. And I was like, yo, what do you mean? Like she stalked you? Like, that's probably what happened. She's probably like, Kyle, I got this thing on the floor. Can you tell me? Like, you know what I mean? This happened here now. Like, you know what I mean? And all of a sudden, because literally Kyle said that Morgan stalked her on Instagram, and that's how it started. So it's like all it takes is somebody stalking you on Instagram.
Well, I thought. Well, Morgan said on the show on Beverly Hills that it was Kyle who reached out to her. But then if that's true, that doesn't mean that Morgan didn't stalk her once Kyle reached out. Who knows? I don't know who stalked who, but she alluded to Kyle not stalking her, but like, keep making attempts to talk to her. And Kyle was the one who reached out to her first.
Why?
So
why though? Like, what would make her do that? Do you know that like Morgan's ex-boyfriend works for Mauricio? Like
I heard that.
So like they had to have known each other from before, because it's not a coincidence, I don't think. Like I don't think it's a coincidence that she works anywhere. I mean, because he started working there before we knew who she was. So it's like maybe she knew her from that. I don't know.
Or maybe she started listening to Morgan's music after meeting her through the ex-boyfriend and wanted to get to know her.
True.
So she reached out through social media. Who knows?
Yeah.
I don't really care, because I don't care that she was dating a woman, because I'm not homophobic. What I didn't like was Kyle being cagey about it the past few seasons
and making Mo a piece of shit and be mad at Mo. He's hanging out with all these girls and blah blah. And meanwhile, she's in love with somebody else. And we're like, Mo's such a piece of shit. Like,
well, not only that, but their family's dirty laundry. She's the one who outed it the first season. And then it was talked about like almost every season. Well, every season that Kim was there, and I'm not saying that was good or bad, but she let it all hang out. And then all of a sudden she clams up. That was annoying. I didn't like that.
I know. And it's like, you're right. There's like the whole, I don't know, maybe I am, maybe I'm not. Like, it's like, I'll be mad at Mo. I don't know if I should leave. She literally acted like he did something wrong, and we didn't know what it was. And she just literally was saying betrayal. She kept saying betrayal. What did he do? Like, why were we? What made you fall in love with a woman? Like, I really wish.
And then, and then she's like, something happened that I can't come back from. Right. Then why aren't you divorced?
Exactly. And what about you? You fell in love with a woman. Can you come back from that? Can he come back from that? Probably not.
He might not be able to. No.
Right. And I think that's why he doesn't give a fuck about like getting caught kissing and stuff like that. I think like when they like talk about it, it's weird because he's just like, he laughs about it. And it's because he knows that she knows already, and it's okay because she's in love with a woman. But we're supposed to be like, oh, he's such a piece of shit. Look at him, he's laughing. Like,
and she didn't hide it. There were tons of paparazzi photos of her and Morgan together. There was that picture on was it a tour bus, I think? And she's sitting on Morgan's lap.
Oh,
and then the way she looked at Morgan when Morgan made that appearance on Beverly Hills.
Singing, right?
Right. And then getting matching tattoos. Come on. I have girlfriends that I'm very close to, but if one of them was a performer, I probably wouldn't be googly eyed, and I don't have tattoos, so that's a non-thing. But I mean, you could tell she was so into Morgan, and but then she was tight-lipped about it. And who was it? Was it last week that who, I think it was Erica. She was just like, or was it Dorit, who said all you had to say at the beginning was you're dating somebody and you're in love, and then that's all you had to say. You didn't have to go into any details. We didn't have to know who, what, where, why, how. Just be honest.
Yep.
And then Kyle wants her cake and eat it too. And I used to like Kyle a lot until the past couple of years. She wants her cake and eat it too. She initiated the separation from Mauricio. And then on camera, she acted like it was the worst thing in the world, but she's the one who wanted the separation. Okay.
Exactly.
And then,
Had no reason.
the therapist comes over, therapist, life coach, whatever he was.
That's
and she
fine.
goes, he's allowed to move on with his life and I'm not. And he goes, well, why can't you move on with your life?
She's like, I just can't. What do you mean? But you did. She said literally she was in love with her. I'm like, wow.
Right. Yeah, now she says it. She says it. It is. And Kyle even said last season that they never talk deeply about things. And one of her daughters came out and said that too on camera. She was like, yeah, we don't talk deeply about things. If she had talked to Mo, they would have still been together.
No. And I cannot believe how right that psychic was. We all thought psychic was crazy. We thought that lady was nuts 10 years ago. Like,
I know. My jaw hit the floor. I was like, oh my God, she's probably what the heck was her name? Allison was probably like,
well, that's gonna happen.
I told you so. Well, she's friends with David Yontif. Yeah. And they did David was talking to her about that night, and she said, yep, I predicted it. But she wasn't smug. Allison was not smug about it. She even said she hates that they broke up.
I mean,
but I'm sure she had some satisfaction, and maybe she didn't verbalize it. I'm sure she had some satisfaction.
People were like, you're crazy, lady. You're crazy. They love each other.
Well, the front that they put up, none of us would believe it. Right?
Well, not only that, but she would say, I want to have another kid. She literally felt like that was her identity. And I'm like, well, there's the problem. There lies the problem. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's like, that can't be your whole life. Like, you can't, you guys have to have something. Like, your kids.
Well, when the first season, when they were like, hi, I'm Kyle. Hi, I'm Kim, whatever. Kyle was like, I'm an actress and I work and then I have a baby and then I work and then I have another baby. Her whole, most of her identity was about two things: being in Halloween and being a mother. Yeah. She still does that to Mauricio. She's like, oh, I bought you some sheets and towels, or I bought you some towels. That's probably habit, because that's what she's been doing all these years.
True.
And B, that's probably her mothering instinct, because that's something I would probably do.
I mean, I would still I did too, but like when Zach moved out, I would still go to his house and clean it. And I would
and he's like, I don't need any more towels.
He's like, why do I need 8? But
because it was an excuse for her to go over there. That's why.
Exactly.
And she doesn't need an excuse to go over there. All she has to do is say, I want to talk to you. And he'd be like, okay.
I know. And the whole time, I just cannot believe. I really didn't believe it, because I'm like, why wouldn't she just come out and say it? But maybe, I don't know. I think that Kathy definitely knew.
She probably did.
Are you watching? So you're watching. Oh, you don't watch Salt Lake. My God, Salt Lake.
Okay, so my thing with Salt Lake is I watched the first season, most of it, and I was like, this is so boring. And I could not stand Mary. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? The whole "you smell like hospital" thing. I said, okay, I immediately don't like you. And, she's my age, so we can't, that's part of the whole age thing. I mean, I think she's just like a couple years younger than me. Anyway, I wasn't impressed. And I was like, these people are trying too hard. Even Heather McDonald said that. She's like, I don't like Salt Lake. These people are trying too hard. And this, there's not a whole lot of story there. So then Jen Shaw gets arrested. And I was like, all right, I got to watch. And they were going to run it on the show. So I had to watch the whole first half waiting for that to happen. And then I watched the second half to see the aftermath. And then I was going to be done with it because, again, I still didn't find it interesting.
Yeah.
And then season 3, they're like, oh, we see Jen getting ready to go to prison. Well, so again, I watched and they hardly showed anything. And I was like, I'm done with this shit. So I, halfway through the season, again, I quit. And then I didn't watch again until this season because I wanted to see them on Below Deck because I love Below Deck.
There were such good episodes with them on there.
It was good.
They had to make them hang out. They had to force them to hang out. So they had to do all kinds of trips this season.
Right. So, and then after that, I just, I watched I said, well, I'm halfway through the season. They're going to Greece, and that sounds like it might be interesting. So, every episode, as soon as they started yelling, I was like, I'm done. Turned it off.
It was
again.
They don't get any better.
I'm just like, they're not even having productive arguments. Nothing.
No. And
the
thing with it now is it's very toxic. Like they're calling Meredith a pillhead, a pill popper.
It's very dark. It's beyond toxic. It's very, very dark. And so I said, well, I've watched the first half, and then I watched half of an episode here and there. I might as well finish it. And that finale fucking blew my mind. Holy shit. Wow. With that play, and they all call each other out. Is that what it took to get to the heart of everything? Was a play?
No, it got worse. It got worse after that.
I know it got worse, but I'm talking about the true feelings and things that they were saying. Well, I guess because it was presented calmly too, so you could pay attention.
I mean, I was like, what? Wait. Because I was like, what could they possibly know about these ladies? I mean,
Well, don't forget the playwright interviewed them all.
I know, but I didn't think they were gonna be like, oh, Lisa's this, and then this is what I think about this one, and how's this gonna go?
Do you think she interpreted what everybody said about everyone else? That it's not that somebody came right out and said, Bronwyn, you're not two-faced, you have no face. I mean, that clearly is something that she interpreted and wrote, you know what I mean?
Well, she really is a snow snitch. You have these conversations with people and then about other people, and then you're like, oh, I wouldn't told what I said. Well, what about what I said? What if we're having a conversation with friends and here you are running and telling every friend that, oh, this is what we said about you, and it's like, come on, man. How many times can you do Whitney?
And then she proved that Meredith was pumping her for information and then saying, I never said that.
It's and then I really think Bronwyn went to her room. I think she's the one that initiated the conversation. I think she flipped the script on Meredith because she knew that I don't know if she wanted to seem tough or something. I don't know, because she got really angry. And I'm like, you're not
she did.
Why are you that mad? What do you mean? You feel like you're being gaslit. I feel like I'm being I don't know, I don't know. Everything she said, I'm like, what are you so angry about? Chill out. You're the one who goes and tells everybody everything. It's just. And
well, remember when they threw what's her name's unicorn in the ocean?
Yes.
And Brittany, and she was like, well, who did it? And nobody said a word. And then somebody finally said, well, it wasn't me. And then there were only 2 culprits left. And Meredith said, it was me. She wasn't going to admit it. Okay, so you're going to do that to Brittany and her gift. And then you didn't want anybody to know. Then you shouldn't have done it.
I know. And it's Meredith, people forget Meredith did that. That wasn't nice. You know what I mean? She's not just she doesn't like Brittany. She just doesn't like Brittany. And I know everybody's hung up on the whole plane situation. I was too. But if they don't play at the reunion, okay. But like, I do think there's something wrong with her, and I just feel like, it just stop asking her because it's obviously something serious. Because she
Right.
she tried to talk to Heather off camera, it didn't work. Heather exposed her. Then she said, I tried to talk to Bronwyn, and then she exposed me. So it's like, she obviously doesn't want to talk on camera. And if you're that worried about her, then you'd stop asking on camera. Like, if it's really her
Right. Because when you put her on the spot like that on camera, she's going to clam up and get defensive. I would.
Well, nobody's going to want to talk about whatever's going on. Maybe she doesn't want everybody to know. Maybe it's
well, and there goes the whole Kyle thing again, where it's like you're on a reality show, but you don't want anybody to know. But at the same time, there has to be a line where some things do not need to be on camera. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And I mean, I don't know if it's true or not, but I heard that Heather has paid or begged production not to expose them for going to the hospital for like alcohol poisoning one time on a trip. So like, there's some issues like, and I don't know if you saw what happened on Instagram with Monica.
Oh, I did.
Oh my God.
But who does the cocaine? I didn't find out who did the cocaine.
I don't know who does the cocaine. I'm assuming it's Lisa or Whitney and Heather, because when Dana last year, remember Dana was saying that the person that was telling her stuff was also telling her stuff about Lisa, saying Lisa was a cokehead. And she's like, it can't be Lisa. Lisa wouldn't do that. Lisa would not tell me she's a cokehead. Like, she wouldn't, pretend to be somebody else and like talk shit on herself.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's like, okay, well then the only other two people I could think doing coke would be Meredith. I mean, not Meredith, I'm sorry. Whitney and Heather probably.
And Heather. Right.
And I think the reason Heather was up because remember, she'd be up till 5 a.m. On these cast trips drinking. And
that's true.
Guy with fucking Jen Shah, because she would drink from 5 a.m. to 5 a.m. like all day.
Yeah, she always had a drink in her hand. And she was sloppy. She didn't. It wasn't something she hid. She was sloppy.
Yep. And it was like, what is wrong with you? Like, you are a good time girl. Honor code, honor, you know what I mean? That's you, Heather. It's really who you are. Honor code, what? So it's like,
do you think Heather is making up for lost time for having to be such a good girl, good Mormon girl, and then being stuck with that husband and the kids? And do you think she's making up for lost time?
Yeah, and I think because she's like lost weight, so she like feels good about herself, and she's successful now. Like, I think she's a totally different person, and I think that's just new for her, and which is a good thing. Like, it's like a new birth, but she doesn't hide it. She's not afraid to say, like, I don't care that I'm not seeing my kids right now. I want them to leave. I'm glad that they're gone. Like, I'm glad they came home, but when they leave, they leave. Yeah,
and that's normal, because she, even if she was still with her husband and didn't have to do it all her own.
Right.
All on her own. I mean, that's a normal reaction. It's like, I was responsible for you for how many years, and now it's my time.
Yep. A long time.
So I did not judge her for that one bit. Everybody, what's her name? Bronwyn wanted her daughter's boyfriend to move in so that they wouldn't leave her. And I'd be like, I would never do that. That's sick. And, and Heather's like, I can't wait till they leave because she needs her freedom now.
Well, and it's like, and I give her props for not having the kinds of party, like, not doing all kinds of host shit with her kids in the house. You know what I mean? Like, good for her. Like, she's
right.
Like, it's like, now it's my time. It's good.
Absolutely, and it should be. What was I going to say? Oh, Monica. So what was it? Not last season, but the season before. Receipts, timeline, all that stuff. When I heard about the finale, and I hadn't watched any of the season, I watched that finale, and I was like, jaw dropped and laughing at the same time. I was like, OMG, Monica. And then secondly, that was really funny what Heather said. Receipts, timeline.
Receipts, proof, timelines, fucking everything. I mean, I haven't seen Heather's response or anything. Like, I don't know if she's responded to. Has anybody responded to Monica? Like,
I don't know. But so then, so I didn't know anything about Monica except that she was outed as Reality Von Teese. But if you think about it too, Heather's hairdresser was telling her stuff about Reality Von Teese.
I lost
So,
when that happened. I
so
said, what do you fucking mean?
yeah.
You knew it. They all knew it.
So they at least Heather knew it, or either Heather knew it the whole time and then decided to call it out at the finale, or she was gathering evidence. Maybe she didn't know and she was gathering evidence. And when her hairdresser told her about it, that's when she decided to be like, okay, this is going down now. I don't know.
She knew about it. Heather knew about it. Heather knew she was Von Teese because Bravo knew she was Von Teese because Jen Shaw told them she was Von Teese. And she told production, I want to tell everybody because they're going to find out. And production told her not to. So that's what pissed me off. I'm like, so she is getting fired because they think that she's done something wrong, but you bitches told her not to say anything. I fucking lost my mind because I knew Alex Baskin fucking Robbins was behind it all, telling Heather and Monica not to say anything. Yo, you don't say anything. No, you don't say anything. And then to like flip it on them in the end. Oh yeah, you better expose her. It's like, wait a minute. You people cannot pretend that you didn't get a cease and desist for Von Teese saying Monica is Von Teese. Please don't have her on the show. Jen Shaw, blah, 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 blah. So Jen Shaw's like, they 1000% knew. And she's like, Jen Shaw loved me. I don't know, man. I was like, I don't know. I don't know.
So Monica got her, in my mind, this is only my opinion, Monica got her revenge teaming up with Carlos King and going ham on every single one of them, every recap of every show. I'm sorry?
Is she doing a lot of recaps with him?
Every single week.
That's good. Because I hated the fact
that those two do not hold back. And when I say she went ham, I'm talking about double meat. Okay, we
should watch it.
Yeah, she just lays into them, and then she's, how do I put it? Very expressive. She'd be like, "Bitch, you did that." No, and like, I can't believe you said that, or you how did you not, I'm just making that up, but that was her inflection. And Carlos, he joins in, or he makes an observation and she joins in, and there are times where I thought he was going to fall off his chair laughing, because he would like throw his head back, like be like laughing, and I swear to God, I thought he was going to fall out of his chair, because she is that funny and she goes that hard. It's like, like a double ham sandwich. It was just, oh my God.
I love Monica. I don't think she likes me, but I like her.
So, I mean, I don't know. I this is all I know of her, is that she was exposed, and I saw that last episode, and then I see her with Carlos. So I'm just giving my impression that this is her revenge,
I mean, it definitely is. Like, she's doing like, she hasn't been out of the spotlight at all, really.
Right. And then she drops this thing today about the cocaine, and I was like, oh.
I was like,
but I think you're right it might be Heather or Whitney for a couple of reasons. Heather has stepped out of her I don't want to say comfort zone, but it seems like she's coming into herself now, because she seems like a different person now that she lost the weight. She seems more confident. But also, from the very beginning, she's like, I drink, I go out and party. I'm Mormon, but I'm divorced, and I left the church. And so who knows, that might have been the next step. I don't know. And Whitney, she's like, I'm a free spirit, and telling Bronwyn about her arrangement with Justin. So that just tells me that she might be open to it.
What do you think about Bronwyn and Todd?
I don't know how she ever got with him.
I mean, I don't know. Like, what's the point though in divorcing him? Like, what are you divorcing him for? Like, I don't know.
Well, if she wants to stay on the show, and he pretty much detests it, and then they make him be on camera, she could be like, I'm cutting this dead weight. Think about him eating the cherry off her sundae when she just finished saying that was her favorite part, and she hadn't even finished the sentence, and he ate it.
You and Jacqueline, because she's like, she'll never forget that either. And I'm like,
I'm like, That's such blatant disrespect.
It is. It's like, what do
And,
you
and,
like? One thing.
and what I read was that he's been cheating on her. That whole thing on the plane where he was looking at pictures on his phone. First of
Yeah.
all, he was looking at pictures. If he was actively talking to somebody else or texting, that's one thing. I mean, we all look at pictures on our phone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
Anything.
So, but that's what there's speculation that he had been cheating. Even if he didn't, that whole cherry thing, that whole cherry thing tells me everything. And then he told her, I don't think you should go on this trip and don't come home complaining about Lisa, blah, blah, blah. Because he's had it. And she even admitted that he doesn't like them, these people.
I mean, I wouldn't either. Look at the way they talk about him. You know?
So either if their marriage was going to survive, she would have to leave the show.
Yeah, and I don't think she's done.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Just because she doesn't want to leave the show doesn't mean she's going to be back. They have to ask her back.
Huh.
If you think about it, I think she's gonna be secure for next season. Don't get me wrong, but in general, you just can't take that for granted. Contracts don't go out until after the reunion. So if she's counting on next season, she better hope that they bring her back.
I know. I mean, she's also don't have a prenup either.
Right. And David Yontef was saying, she probably, he was talking with Sarah Fraser. I think it was him who said it though, but he was like, and other people have said Bronwyn wanted to be on the show to set herself up to be independent of him so that she could divorce him. That's what some people think.
I thought that. I mean, I said, nah, it's too obvious. Like, it's too obvious. You know what I mean? But then now it's like, oh wow.
But I'll tell you what, Krista, if my spouse picked me up in a costume like she did, I would not want to be seen with them.
I know, it's so funny though.
I don't think it's funny. I think it's strange. And and I love outrageousness. I really do. That's my sense of humor. But it's not like she was like a mob wife with like a fur coat and a big diamond and big red lips like Big Ange. You know what I'm saying? True. And then she's like, oh, if we throw the unicorn over the side of the boat, we have to be in costume. Okay, that just brings more attention to you, duh.
Like,
so
the costume's not even for them. It's like I thought it was for like that guy. You know what I mean? To me, it's like,
well, I mean, but on the boat, she packed all these costumes to be on the boat.
It's so weird.
What the hell was that about? That's weird.
I know. I feel like they're furries. I think that's how they met. And
who knows? They could be, but he looked really embarrassed. What was he like? She picked him up at the airport or something.
But she does every single time she wears. Every single time she picks him up, she's like in a costume, in a different costume.
But he looks really embarrassed by it. He wasn't like, oh, that's quirky and I can't, and big kiss and big hug. He looks at her like, what the fuck? Now I got to be seen with you.
I know, and he's just like, oh well. I don't know. Like, if I were her, I'd be like, no, now you put one on. We have to walk out of this place with one on, please.
Right. So I mean, okay, and if you want to say, oh well, that's her teasing him or something, because people do that. My parents, I picked them up at the airport and they had their cowboy stuff on from when they lived in Arizona, and they came to visit me in New York, and they were all decked out, and so then they got off the plane and I said, you guys look fantastic. And my dad goes, you're not embarrassed to be seen with us? And I said, no, not at all. You guys look great. And he goes, oh. So I don't, that's what made me think that maybe she was teasing him. But I don't think she was. I think she really wanted to wear that costume.
No, she says every time I pick him up, I wear a different costume. She said it's
right, but I think she did it for herself, not for him.
Oh, true.
Because why else would she get on the boat in a dress that looks like an inner tube? Okay.
Oh, that was so horrible.
I know.
So horrible.
And then she wants to dress up to call more attention to herself and Meredith to throw that doll over the side of the ocean, over the side of the, what do you call it?
It's off.
The boat.
Yeah.
I mean, you're giving yourself away. Bronwyn wants attention. She needs attention, and she pretty much admitted she's not getting it from Todd.
Yeah, and she said she just said that he has betrayed her, and it's like she's kind of reminding me of Dorit right now, talking shit on the husband. Like, what are you doing?
I can take or leave Dorit. I don't dislike her, but I don't look forward to her every week. I'm like, if she's on the screen, great. If she's not, she's not. But I don't dislike her. But I feel so horrible for her with what PK's doing. Oh my God, what a tool.
I know, but I also feel like with her too, like, I don't want to hear that you have little kids and that you have no idea what your finances are. Like, how are you just sitting around? Like, thank God now she got a lawyer, but like, don't sit there and tell people that like you don't know where the money comes from. I never knew. I don't know now. I don't know then. I don't know never. I'll know. And it's like, you need to get a grip. Like, stop complaining and go to a fucking lawyer and get it right.
And you're 100% right about that. And the other thing about Dorit, it's not like Erica, who didn't work and then what's his face bankrolled her hobby. Okay, Dorit had her own business and was working and had her own money coming in. So she had to have some kind of knowledge of something. Maybe she just doesn't know where his money came from. I'm guessing. What do you think?
I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, she has her own money, right? But like, I guess so. But like, she's like, I don't know if he's gonna pay the mortgage, and I'm like, but you can afford your lifestyle. Like, I mean, I think, I don't know. She makes a lot of money.
Well, I mean, we haven't seen her do any designing or anything in a couple of seasons. So I don't know what she does besides being on the show. I mean, and what is he? I mean, he manages Boy George, but what else does he do? He had that real estate show in England that folded after one season.
Oh, wow.
Dana talked about that.
I haven't listened to Dana in a while.
Oh, you need to. You need to listen to the interview with the cousin, Dan Cosby, about the documentary and about Mary, because this came out just before, that episode came out just before the documentary aired. Oh,
I know.
You're going to learn some stuff. You're going to be like, holy shit. And then Adam was on Heather McDonald's show. Because he's on the he's in the documentary, but he was talking about some things that were not in the documentary and some things that were not in his interview with
really,
what's her face Mary's mom. Yeah, he spilled some other stuff that he didn't get to talk about in the documentary. And some things that weren't revealed in the documentary, and then and some of these things were not in the his interview. I'm sorry, he talked about some things that weren't talked about in the interview with the mother, and these things were also not featured in the documentary. So that episode with Heather was yesterday. I think it was yesterday.
Now for it, yeah. I was like, is that Adam?
Yeah. It's Juicy Scoop, Heather's show, Juicy Scoop.
Yeah, it's weird because like I stopped following her, so I guess I don't get her. Like, I used to get her stuff every morning, and I'd be like, oh, there's her episode. But since I stopped following her, I guess she does
episodes. She does episodes Tuesday and Thursday, and then she has her Patreon. I'm not part of Patreon, and I only do Dana's, and then now she's dropping Juicy Crimes on YouTube that you don't have to pay for. Yeah. See, Heather's tiers are like the first one, and she talks about like what's going on in her life. And I went to this dinner, and then and I was that's $5, and I was just like, this is boring as shit. Yeah. And then there was like another tier that was like about crime, about kind of like true crime. And then there was another tier called Get Me Behind Gates, where she talks about, her interactions and whatever, and what she knows about this person and that person. And I went to this event, and here's the behind the scenes scoop. But, that's the only one I cared about. And that was a higher tier. But the thing is about her Patreon, when I did the $5 one for a while, there were like some things that were archived that I went back and listened to. And I was like, oh, wow. And Heather, God bless her, she works so hard. She cares so much about her fans, because if you're part of Patreon, no matter what level you are, you get a Christmas card from her, and it's a picture of her family, their family Christmas card. You get one, every single person. Because I did it for a couple years, and I got her card for a couple years. And then when I saw her live and I did the VIP, and did I tell you I brought her a Barbie because she was doing the Barbie things, and she goes, she opened it and she goes, oh, what Barbie is this supposed to be? And I said, well, I couldn't find any that were like the Housewives, but this doll looks like a lot of people on Southern Charm. So if you ever do Southern Charm, you have a doll. And she loved it. And then if you did VIP, you got your picture with her, and I was the only one who brought a gift, but it's not like she was requested, but she told me how much she loved it. But then there was a reusable straw for your water bottle that came with the VIP. That was a gift for you from her for doing VIP. And then when we went back into this room to do like a Q&A with her, that was part of the VIP. We were all together in a room, and she was just like, everybody started asking me questions and I'm going to answer all of them. And she did. And she spent a lot of time with us. She wasn't like, okay, we have half an hour. No, she answered every question. She stayed there until everybody was happy. And I had bought both of her books and loved them. So I brought them with me because I was going to ask her to sign them. She saw me walk into the room, and before I could ask her to sign them, she says to me, oh, would you like me to sign your books? And I said, oh, that would be great. Thank you. She said that to me. I adore Heather. So, she's not perfect. Don't get me wrong. Okay. The whole thing with Jeff Lewis, and well, he did her really dirty. He did her really dirty, but she admits how thirsty she is, and that can be annoying. But I'll always be a Heather fan because she's good to her fans. And now this juicy crime thing, the true crime thing, I don't know if that's moved. I don't know if that's something new, or if she's sharing that from Patreon. Because I don't watch it. The only true crime I like is like white collar crime. I watch American Greed.
Oh, okay. I wonder what she thinks about true crime.
Yeah, there's but that's on Wednesday. So Tuesday and Thursday are her podcast, and Wednesday's Juicy Crime. And even like on Christmas or something, she'll be like, tape something ahead of time so that, not necessarily Christmas, but I think it was like Thanksgiving, there was a new episode. And you know how she hit her head, right? How she fainted. Okay.
Yeah.
The whole thing about where she made that joke about how much Jesus loves her, and then she immediately fainted.
I did. It said that she never knew why.
Right. Well, as soon as she got out of the hospital, she was taking it kind of easy, but she was back doing her show. She didn't want to let her fans down. And nobody would have said, well, Heather, where's our new show? Nobody would have said that to her. She did that because she told us, she did that because she wanted to do it for us, the fans.
Yeah. I always liked Heather too, but guess who I'm going to be live with on Monday?
Who?
Sarah from Texas.
I love her.
You do? Okay, good.
Yeah, too bad I have to work, or else I would join in.
Yeah, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Yeah, I work until 10. So, 2 o'clock is my first break. So if you're online right at 2, I might be able to just pop in and say hi. But I wouldn't be able to stay and listen to the show and participate. I won't be able to because I have to work.
Dude, I don't know if you were on the stream on Wednesday and I started feeling sick, cold sick.
No, because I said, "Oh, I'm at work," and I just popped in to say hi, and then I left. But what happened? You sound like you have a cold.
I started to feel better today, and now I'm starting to feel like shit again. Like I started
Do you
to feel
have
like
bronchitis or something? Do you have bronchitis or something?
no, I never get sick. That's the problem. That's the thing. I never get sick. I've had maybe 5 times in my life. This is the first time that I've had a cold for more than 2 days or like anything. I'm achy again. Like I thought it was going away this morning. And I'm like, now I'm all achy. This isn't getting any better. Like it felt a little bit better this morning. I thought it was going away.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm like, I'm dying right now. I feel like I got a fever again. I'm like, this is fucking horrible.
It sounds like the flu. It sounds like the flu, Krista. You need to go lay down.
My sister-in-law had it for 10 days after Christmas, and I was
Oh.
around her Christmas, so I'm like worried. Yeah, I mean, but then the thing is, I can't sleep because I'm so fucking uncomfortable. I hate being sick. I'm a horrible sick person.
Well, can you take some NyQuil and get knocked out?
Yes, I'm gonna go do it right now as soon as we hang up.
That's what you should do, is take some NyQuil, because it'll unstuff you, but not only that, it'll make you sleep.
I need it because I didn't sleep at all last night, and I feel horrible. Like it just.
I wish I was there to make you some pastina to make you feel better.
Oh my god, my grandma used to make me pastina and crackers.
I know.
They have crackers.
So yummy. So yummy.
Pastina. Oh my god, I haven't heard that word in so long.
Oh, I recently made it for my dad, like my dad and his fiance and my friend, they came over a couple months ago, and I made my version of Italian grilled cheese, and I made pastina.
Oh my god.
Because chicken noodle soup goes with grilled cheese, and I said, well, I'm not going to make chicken noodle. I'm going to make pastina with the egg, you know, like an egg drop soup.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Yeah, and you know, my friend who's also full-blooded Italian, when she came over and she ate it, she goes, oh my god, I haven't had this. I can't remember the last time I had this. My mother used to make it for me.
No, I used to have saltines with it. Saltines and yeah, that's it. Oh, and cheese. I'm sorry, and grated cheese.
Yep, you got to have the grated cheese. I don't put butter because I don't really taste it, and then it adds fat and calories. So I just put the parm. And parm is a lot less fat and calorie dense than other cheeses, so I don't feel guilty about that at all.
Oh my god, dude, me and cheese. I eat like a block of cheese. I can eat like a whole block of cheese. I eat like five Cracker Barrel cheddar sticks. She's 6 today. I kept eating them. I'm like, this is ridiculous.
I love cheese. I love cheese. You know, for me, the food groups are chocolate, cheese, bread, salad, and pasta. And then everything else is gravy.
Gravy.
Well, I mean, I eat, you know, fruits and vegetables, and I eat meat and fish, and, you know, but that's just a bad joke I make because those are things that I can't live without.
I can't live with it. Somebody I was like the other day, like either weed or cheese. Give up one or the other. I'm like, weed or cheese? I'm like, I'm never giving up weed. I'll give up cheese. Like, I have to give up one. And I'm like, when they were saying drinking, I'm like, you got to do weed with me because I don't drink. But I would not give up my weed.
I mean, I would kill somebody for a piece of cheese sometimes, you know? Like, I'm at work and I'll bring like string cheese for a snack to go with my fruit. And then there's times where I'm like, oh, I should have brought a second piece. And I'm like, can't wait till I get home to have more.
I am a weird eater. I'm a very weird eater. Like, I don't eat meals. I eat certain things. I get, like I said, obsessed with a certain thing. And I don't eat meat. It's like it's like, I'll get like a meal. Like, I'll get a freaking Big Mac and take the meat off it and just eat the rest of it. Because I want a Big Mac, but I can't eat the meat. It's not because I don't want to kill animals. It's like, I can't. Like, physically makes me sick to think about. Like, I start thinking about it. I'll like try to trick myself and be like, no, it's okay. It's dead.
I mean, do you like this? Do you like the special sauce in the bread? Is that why you want a Big Mac?
Yeah, and I want to taste the meat, but I can't. So I like the grease and stuff, and then it'll taste like a Big Mac. Yeah. And like, to me, it does anyway. It gets the craving.
Yeah, because the toppings make the sandwich. So I can see how taking off the patty and eating the rest of it still feels like a Big Mac. I can see that.
Because it's a huge, and I'm like, I'm like, I wish I could eat the burger. But I start convincing myself it's moving and it's alive. And then I start flipping out and throwing up.
Well, you know, when I was in high school and I worked for Burger King, we used to have vegetarians come in that wanted a Whopper Jr. without the Whopper. And I didn't get it at the time, but I was 17. I didn't really care. So, but I was just like, whatever you want, I'm just going to ring it up. I don't give a shit. But now I get it. After you said that, now I get it.
Well, listen, they said they added up all the Burger Kings, McDonald's, and all these fast food restaurants in every state in the country, and they said there's not enough cows to make that many burgers. And I was like, oh God, I'll never eat it again. I'll never eat it again. Because I'm like, I know it's not a burger. I just know it's not a burger.
I would really like to be vegetarian or vegan, but I crave meat sometimes, you know. I don't have meat for every meal. But like I'll have eggs or black beans. But at the same time, then I get tired and I'm like, I need something with a little more sustenance in it. Yep. And that's how, how it is, because you're Italian too. We don't eat meat with every single meal. You have eggplant parm and you have pasta primavera. Those don't have meat.
You're right.
And then if you make eggs in purgatory, there's no meat in that. I've never had it. I don't think I want eggs and tomato sauce. I'm sorry. It just doesn't sound good. But for the point I'm trying to make, you understand. Minestrone soup has beans in it.
I like
yeah. Pasta piselle is peas and macaroni.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, so I mean, I grew up not having meat with every single meal, but I do still eat it because sometimes sometimes my body really needs it and I crave it.
It's not
but I cannot stand tofu because that would be the meat substitute. I cannot stand the taste. I hate it. I did Jenny Craig, even though a lot of it had soy in it. I said, well, maybe, the way they season it or whatever. Some of that stuff, Krista, I wouldn't give my worst enemy. It was so bad.
Yeah.
So it's not that I wasn't interested in not eating meat. It's just that, it doesn't always work out that way. And some people, like one of my friends from Turner, her sister became a vegetarian and then she developed fibromyalgia.
Oh shit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I need my Tylenol. I really don't feel good, dude. I really.
Let's get off the call. I want you to go lay down.
Yeah, I don't feel good, and I'm really worried.
And now I'm getting a little worried for you. Miss Pris is looking at me. She was meowing a little while ago. That means dinner.
Like I'm literally like I don't feel sick like this ever. I don't usually feel this bad. Like my chest and my back hurt, and I'm really fucking worried.
Okay, let's get off the call, and I'll talk to you soon. I'm gonna hang up.
Yeah, I love you.
Love you too. Bye.
Bye. All right, guys, I gotta go, man. It's just hit me as we were doing the stream. I was fine earlier, but it's like now to my back, and I'm like, this better not be what I think it is, because I don't even believe in that shit. And I think I'm a natural healer. Here I am. And I'm running my mouth. I never get sick. I never get sick. I never get sick. And I'm fucking dying right now. And the congestion doesn't sound. I feel way worse than I sound. That part is not bothering me. It's the fucking aches and pains. I cannot fucking take it. I'm a miserable fucking sick person. I don't like it. I literally moan the whole time. Like I can't help it. You think I can't get my mouth shut? I'm like, all night long. I'm like, George's like, please. I'm like, he's like, I don't even think he wants to sleep next to me anymore. I wouldn't sleep next to me like this. I'm surprised I got my fucking face and hair done. I don't know how I did it. I feel like fucking, I don't know. This better stop. Because I literally I must have drank 5 Emergencies yesterday. I'm about to drink 3 more of them. I love that shit. It tastes like medicine, but it's good. I'm like, please give me some vitamin C because I don't want to take fucking medicine, but I have to. I had medicine head from the guys, in 5 fucking years, you've never seen me sick like this. I've not had a cold. I think I've had 5 my entire life. Please do, because I don't like taking medicine. I don't want to take medicine. I wish I could just go hug a healer and he would heal me. But my back is killing me. And I don't know. I'm real worried about that part. All right. I love you. I love you. Love you. See you later. Oh, yes. Monday, 2 o'clock. Me and Sarah.